Well, the A's first season in Sacramento is officially over, and the team honestly wasn't that bad. Let's take a look at their last 5 seasons with this A's team, and honestly, 2025 was really not that bad. 76 and 86 was their record. And obviously, you can see that previous years obviously wasn't the best, right? But honestly, this 2025 season, I definitely think had a lot of ups rather than downs. Obviously, the record wasn't great, but it's been better than previous years, and I think this team's in the right direction moving forward, especially with a lot of the players that they have and a lot of the future players they're going to get as well. So I definitely think this team is definitely going to be in a good position when they get to Vegas, and I'm definitely excited to see where this team is in 2026. But with that being said, let's take a look at the contract situation because it's a very interesting one. So now Baseball Reference, I'm pretty sure, is behind on this because they still have the 2025 numbers up for this team, and a lot of these contract figures aren't right. So I'm using Sport Tac for this once again. Luis Severino is still on that contract. You know, he's still getting paid that $20 million, which is pretty impressive. Jeffrey Springs is also up here as well. Pretty sure he's a free agent in 2028 with Luis Severino as well. Brent Rooker's still on that big deal he signed a couple of years ago at this point that he's going to get paid. He's a free agent in 2031. And then Lawrence Butler is also on that big contract. He's a free agent in 2033. A lot of big contracts we do see on this A's team, at least for the years. They still haven't paid, crazy amounts of money yet. Basically, pretty much everyone else is in arbitration. They've only made us some small deals, but nothing crazy. And if we take a look at what they spent last year, it was around $78 million. So that's what they spent in 2025. Their projected is 74 from Sport Tech. So they definitely should be right around that same figure, depending on if they sign any more guys, which they haven't really been doing that much. The only player they signed was Mark Leiter Jr. from the Yankees, and that was a 1-year deal, about $2.8 million. So that was the only sign they made in this offseason so far. So we'll see if they make any more. It's still questionable if they are or not, but I definitely think they're trending in the right direction with this team. They do have some big players under contract, for multiple years in the future, but a lot of this team's in arbitration, which I think is good. So we have breaking news while I was editing this video. The A's actually traded for Jeff McNeil from the Mets. So that was a pretty interesting trade that's obviously going to strengthen their infield a lot before DeVries gets called up. And the thing about Jeff McNeil is he's signed till 2026 and he's got a club option for 2027. So the A's will take over that contract. And the A's are receiving $5.75 million to help cover his $15.75 million contract. And the Mets are also paying for his $2 million buyout if his option isn't extended in 2027. And they're meant to receiving back Yordan Rodriguez. He's a rookie ball pitcher. He's a right-handed pitcher. So that's who they're getting back. So definitely a solid move for the A's to, add another guy, add some more depth to that team. I think it's very good. I think the Mets probably just wanted to get rid of him if I had to guess. But definitely a very solid move for the A's to strengthen that infield. Now let's take a look at this active roster. We're going to, of course, start with this rotation. The rotation looks okay. Nothing crazy. Obviously, Luis Severino, Jeffrey Springs, and Jacob Lopez, probably their 3 best pitchers. Obviously with TJ Jin here, Luis Morales, Mason Burnett, and Jack Perkins. That's kind of the rotation they have to kind of round it out so far. We'll see if there's any changes there. Let's go over this bullpen because this is obviously something that they're going to have to rebuild. Obviously Mason Miller's no longer here, but they did add Mark Leiter Jr. We'll see how he's going to play. Yeah, this is definitely one of the areas they're going to have to build back up over the next coming years. But let's move over to the starting 9. Obviously I like the catchers they have over here with Shang Langeliers and Tyler Stotostrom. I think these guys are the right guys to have a catcher. That's good to have 2 catchers because you can DH one of them too, which is nice. Obviously, Nicholas Kurtz is going to play first base. Phenomenal season he had. Zach Glioff should play second base. I think Daryl Hornez will play third base to start the season, but I definitely think that's going to change in the future. I don't really think he's going to be the long-term third baseman, as you guys will see shortly. And obviously, Jacob Wilson's going to play shortstop. Now, going over to this outfield, I think Tyler Stotostrom is probably going to play left field. Lawrence Butler will probably play center field. And then Kobe Thomas will probably play right field. And then at DH, definitely Brent Rooker is going to be there. If he's not there, then he'll probably be playing in the field. But wait to see as we get closer to opening day for this A's team. But I like this roster. I really do. And I think they're going to be a good team. Now let's take a look at the top 100 prospects because the A's actually have 3 players on the top 100. Now coming in at number 3 is going to be Leo DeVries. Now he has been hyped up so much. He was obviously the big piece in the Mason Miller trade. He signed with the Padres in 2024. And in 2025, he's actually played okay. Hasn't been insanely good throughout the whole season, but was really good in AA. He batted a 255 across the 3 teams he played for. In AA, he batted a 281 in about 21 games. So definitely playing pretty well at that AA level. And obviously, I think he's going to be a good player. I think DeVries is definitely going to be the third baseman on this team. I know he's a shortstop, but I definitely think they can move him to third, or Jacob Wilson could be moved to third. Kind of depends what they want to do. I think this team's going to be very solid in this infield once DeVries finally gets to the MLB. His ETA is 2027, so I don't think we're going to see him in 2026, but you never know. if there's an injury or he gets called up early. We'll kind of wait to see, especially if he's playing well too. He could definitely get called up. But we'll kind of wait and see as we move forward, but he's one I'm definitely excited to look forward to. Now, coming at number 38 is going to be Jamie Arnold. Now, he was drafted by the A's in 2025 at pick number 11 in the first round, and he hasn't played any games in pro baseball yet. So we kind of got to wait and see how he's going to do, but obviously being this high and being drafted is still super impressive. He's also predicted to get called up in 2027, so we'll kind of see if that's right, but he's a big left-handed pitcher, so definitely excited to see how he performs moving forward. Then coming in at number 60 is going to be Gage Jump. Now, he was drafted by the A's in 2024 at pick 73, one of the competitive balance rounds, and his first season in the minor leagues was actually pretty solid. He had a 3.28 ERA, which is not bad in 112 innings, had over 131 strikeouts, which is very impressive, and honestly played pretty well in his time in high A and double A. So he could be another guy, especially a nice left-handed pitcher that could fit very well into this A's lineup, or into this A's rotation, excuse me. And he's also an ETA 2027, so we're probably not going to see him in 2026. He's definitely a guy that can make an impact moving forward. So those are the three prospects the A's have on the top 100. Obviously, all these guys are supposed to get called up in 2027, but you never know if an injury happens or something happens. They're playing really well, they can get called up. But those are definitely guys that are going to improve this team 100% moving forward. Now, my prediction on the 2026 Athletics is I think they're going to do really good. I could definitely see this team about 500 playing their best, but I think whatever season they get to Vegas, whether that's 2027 or 2028, I think that's when they can make the playoffs, especially with all the players that they got and all the players that are going to come through their system and all the players that they could get in the offseason. I definitely think the team is willing to spend once they're at that competitive level, and we're slowly seeing that as we move forward into these good years with the A's. But yeah, definitely excited about this team moving forward, and once they get to Vegas, you know, they're no longer going to be the laughing stock of the league. I think they're going to spend some money, and I do think they're going to be good. 2026, I think if they're 500, that's definitely going to be a positive direction for this team moving forward, and I'm definitely excited to see how they do in the future. But what is your guys' thoughts on the 2026 Athletics? Definitely let me know in the comment section down below. With that being said, make sure you guys follow me on all my socials. Follow me on X for all of our updates. Follow me on Instagram for all of our clips. And if you want to join the Discord and talk more MLB and MLB The Show, there will be a link down below in the description for all the socials. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everyone.